Hi everyone, welcome to ETTV. This is Bill Burt and Burt Talk Sports, and really this is the Jeff Nelson Show. I'm with Jeff Nelson, scout with the Utah Jazz for I think 3 going on 4 years. Coach in the area, longtime basketball guru, also gives clinics and teaches kids in the area. Jeff, I had you on after game 1 when things were looking grim. I think if we asked most of the people around here or anywhere, I'll say it was 3 out of 4 said it's over, Lakers. We go a day later, and I think people are going the other way around. Game 2 is over. It's tied 1-1. They're literally home here in the Boston area. What do you got to say about Game 2?
Well, I think we've established probably nothing. I don't think either team has dominance right now, but certainly the Celtics figured out the way to beat the Lakers, and that was to run and fast break and not allow the Lakers to take away their offensive sets. Celtics scored a lot of baskets in transition. One of the things in the game that really impressed me last night was a lot of rebounds by Rondo initiating the fast break instead of trying to get outlets to him. He was able to get rebounds, push the ball down the floor, find open players for shots, especially Ray Allen. And the Celtics run a lot of what they call drag action, where they hit the player and then somebody comes over and sets a pick, and that opened up a wide open shot for Allen, and he was on fire. What can you say?
Jeff, one thing that struck me, obviously the fast break, Rondo on the fast break and looking for Allen. But what struck me was that the Lakers, who have now watched the Celtics for going back to 2008 playoffs, and now, I don't want to say left him open, but they didn't really give extra help after the first guy was picked. Usually teams like Detroit, I'll go back, Cleveland, Orlando, they know you cannot give Ray Allen more than a second of, and not even less than that, to shoot. And the Lakers still haven't really, I mean, it was only 1 game, I know, but really poor.
I think it was certainly a bad defensive effort by the Lakers. A couple of times Fisher got screened and he just kind of quit. And he never really fought through the picks, and Kobe tried to cheat a couple of times and go underneath the screen, and if you go underneath the screen, Ray was able to get open. So, I think there's got to be, if the Lakers, they have to put more pressure on the ball, so Rondo just can't find open guys. So by, them not really pressuring Rondo, he's able to just pick them apart. And that's one strategy that teams do with Rondo, is because he's such a poor shooter, they lay off him. But the downside of that is he can just dribble the ball and pick you apart until he finds the open man.
Lakers disappointed, Kobe struggled, but I'm assuming he's going to come back with the big game. We all can assume that, and he probably will. The one interesting aspect of this matchup is Paul Pierce has been quiet. And not that it's shocking, because he's going against probably the premier defensive forward. That's all this guy does, Artest, can score a little bit, but he is tough defensively. What do you see happening the rest of the series with those two?
I mean, Pierce set some great picks last night, played some good defense, got some rebounds. I think he's matured so much as a player. He's trying to do whatever he can do to win. He's not trying to be the leading scorer. He knew Ray was hot. He let Ray take the shots, and then Rondo took the game over in the last 5 minutes, arguably one of the greatest performances in an NBA final game. But I think Pierce and both Kobe will have breakout games. Wouldn't surprise me for Kobe to have 1 game in Boston where he's unstoppable and goes for 40+, and the Lakers win the game. I think it's going to be 3-2 after 5 Boston. I think they'll come back and win 2 out of 3.
So basically going back to LA, have a hell of a last couple of games.
I think that's the way it's going to be. I think it's going to be, I mean, really, no one's established who's better than the other right now. I think it's got to go 6 or 7 games.
Quick point. I can't fawn over this guy enough. Doc Rivers. I know everyone looks at Phil Jackson as the best, and there's a couple other guys that know gurus of the game. This guy just seems to have the mental aspect, dealing with players, and the X's and O's part down. What your opinion on Doc?
I mean, I've always been a huge Doc Rivers fan. I've been spoiled. I get to see him 30 times a year live, so I know him pretty well, and does a great job. And a great example last night was when late in the game the Celtics had the ball and they were scrambling, and he realized that they only had 8 seconds to get it over half court, and he sprinted onto the floor and called a timeout. That's just great experience. I don't see Phil Jackson leaping out of his seat to make a call. So, I mean, Doc, he makes adjustments. He works the game great. He's on the officials the right way, and the players obviously respect him and respond to what he's doing.
Quickly, Game 3, what do you think?
I think the Celtics will come back and play well and carry the momentum forward. I think that they just have to hope that they get enough rest in the next 24 hours, because flying back from LA and landing today and trying to, get something good to eat and rest. And, Garnett hasn't played well, and they've been slow with some of the older guys, so hopefully they'll they'll get their rest and they'll bounce back and play well, which I think they will.
Jeff, thanks for coming in. We'll try to continue this throughout the play with the Jeff Nelson
Sounds
Show. I
good.
like it. Maybe we could bring this thing on the road.
I think so, Bill. We'll go for it.
All right, thanks.